Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back on day 7 of the 31 Days of Horror with a spoiler-free review of Hellraiser. Hellraiser premiered at midnight on Hulu, and I just got done watching it. It's just after 2 a.m. because, yes, Hellraiser is 2 hours long. I certainly was not expecting it to be a 2-hour movie, but it definitely didn't feel that long. Now, as I mentioned, this review will of course be spoiler-free, so I'll try to keep it brief. Many people have been asking, is this a remake, a sequel, a reboot? I'd say it's all of the above. I think this is another requel. There's nothing to suggest that it doesn't take place in the same universe as the previous films. It could easily follow any of them. But it definitely reimagines, or at least pays homage to, elements in some of those previous movies. I'd say, if anything, it borrows most from Hellbound, Hellraiser 2. I won't spoil why in this video, but I think fans of the franchise will understand when they watch this. Let's see, to keep the synopsis as general as possible. A young woman with a past of alcoholism and drug abuse, who is now living with her brother, stumbles upon the infamous puzzle box, or lament configuration. There are 6 different configurations to the puzzle, and with each new stage, there must be a sacrifice. When her brother goes missing during one of the configurations, Riley must try to figure out how to get him back. Of course, the Cenobites, led by Pinhead, played by Jamie Clayton in this one, are adamant about collecting debts owed to them. But whoever possesses the puzzle box during its final configuration may choose the ultimate prize. I think that's a broad enough description of the plot in Hellraiser. I don't want to spoil anything more about that, so I'll get into my thoughts. Let's start with Jamie Clayton as Pinhead. She's getting rave reviews. Those who grew up watching the original Hellraiser films and are big fans of the franchise are probably partial to Doug Bradley. But times have changed, and this is a new vision of Hellraiser. Those who have read the original novella, The Hellbound Heart, written by Clive Barker, on which Hellraiser is based, will know that Pinhead, who isn't called Pinhead in the book, is described as a genderless being. I get that. I've read that book many times. The thing is, though, we've all gotten so used to a male Pinhead. And let's be honest, I'd say more than half. The majority of Hellraiser fans have probably not read the novella. So Pinhead, for the majority, is a guy. As difficult as it is, though, I think going into this one, you have to put that aside. If you can do that, if you can truly do that, then I think you just might enjoy Jamie Clayton's portrayal. It's different for sure, but different doesn't always mean bad. You can still love Doug Bradley as Pinhead, but you can also enjoy Jamie Clayton as Pinhead. I definitely dig the voice, since it's what I pretty much imagine from reading the book. Along with Pinhead, there are a bunch of other Cenobites as well. I really like the new designs, and I'm curious to hear what others will say about them. The score. I was a little worried at first that we weren't going to get that classic Hellraiser score. It almost seems as if they were teasing it for the first, 45 minutes or so. Then, I think it was around the 54-minute mark, you hear it. It was the perfect scene for it, too. And we do get to hear it after that as well. I like the setting of the film. The movie was filmed in Serbia, but it's set in Massachusetts. I love the look of the mansion and the secret passageways. The new design of the lament configuration is really cool as well. I really like the whole 6 configurations, 6 sacrifices thing. And I especially love how the sacrifices are taken. Dare I say, it's even scary. The arrival of the Cenobites each time they're on screen was really well done. Speaking of which, I think we get a good amount of screen time for the Cenobites. They're not on screen too much, but we do get enough of them. And their appearances are spread out appropriately, I think. I love the whole nerve contraption, but that's all I'll say about that. There's a good twist toward the end of the movie. It definitely fits into the Hellraiser lore that Clive Barker created. The ending was pretty damn incredible, but I'll leave it at that. And the last thing I want to say is this. This new Hellraiser feels like a Hellraiser film. It just has that look of classic Hellraiser. The lighting, the color schemes, it just has that feel. That, for me, was missing in a lot of the sequels, but this is the closest to the original Hellraiser and Hellbound Hellraiser 2, in my opinion. I'm sure I'll be talking more about this one at some point, after more people have had a chance to see it. Until then, though, I'll leave you with this. If you're a big fan of the Hellraiser franchise, I'd be surprised if you didn't like this one. With that being said, nothing really surprises me anymore, so chances are a lot of you will hate it anyway. I was really hyped going into this one. I mean, I was counting down the hours, and it did not disappoint. I can also almost guarantee I'll be watching this again, later on today. Hellraiser is a high recommendation for me, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. Have you seen Hellraiser, or Hulu Hellraiser? If so, what do you think of it? And which of the Cenobites was your favorite? Comment below and let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and be kind. Subscribe.